What's going on everyone, Spencer here, breaking down this magic goal that we saw from Connor Bedard at the World Juniors. Now it may be a new year, but it's the same old mechanics. So let's start first by looking at the skating mechanics involved in this play. So he first starts off with a soft hip. Now you could say this is your standard inside edge hold, and you wouldn't be wrong. But the reason I'm distinguishing it and calling it a soft hip is because of what he does right here. So right here his hips are level, his knees are level, and then he drops his hip. So his hips are level and then drops. And that leaves him in a position like this, where his hips are tilted and his knees are tilted. And what that hip drop does is it lowers his Y angle, and that takes him on a sharper and tighter arc. We also see that hip drop from this angle as well, where his hips are level and then it drops. Again, his knees and hips are tilted and his Y angle is lower. What we also see with the soft hip is aggressive heel pressure. Just look how much he's digging into the ice with the heel of his skate. This quick cutback move does not happen without aggressive heel pressure. Now I have a full video on how to execute this soft hip move coming out next month, so make sure to subscribe for that. Now from there, he lands on his outside edge and does a quick shuffle. Notice how he gets all his weight on his outside edge, and again he's cutting with his heel. We see that as his toe lifts up. He then rolls from his outside edge to his inside edge and completely collapses his ankle in. I mean, look at that Y angle. And from there, just your classic standard forehand side anchor. We see him lift that front foot toe up and dig his heel into the ice. What I also love about this anchor is he gets into a nice staggered position where his front foot is ahead of his back foot, exactly what you want to see on an anchor. And then he finishes with a stutter stride to the net. And so that's it. Those are the skating mechanics involved in this play. And you can practice them as well in isolation, just like this. There's just a couple things I want to point out with Bedard's stick handling on this play. The first is this touch. So watch when he moves the puck from his backhand to his forehand, he immediately touches the puck into open ice, putting it into an area where only he can get it and the defender can't. What that also does is disconnect himself from the puck. And by doing that, anything that the defender does to Bedard or his stick will have zero effect on the puck. From there, he immediately establishes his crevice and loads the puck into a shooting position. This play does not happen if the defender and goalie don't think Bedard's shooting here. And that's what makes Bedard so lethal, is he has such an amazing shot that has to be respected every time he loads up. But then he's also able to do something like this and anchor right around you. He then hits the anchor as he pulls the puck to his backhand, and we see this beautiful break in his wrist. We also notice that his hands and elbows move first and the puck lags behind. From there, he again touches the puck into open ice, disconnecting himself from it, and then finishes with the same forehand to backhand pull. What he also does extremely well on this play is continuously move the puck side to side. He doesn't do any fancy quick stick handling, he just keeps the puck moving side to side, which eventually gets the defenders to bite. So there you have it, this magic goal by Connor Bedard broken down into easy to learn and communicate mechanics. And this is why having a language to identify the mechanics is so important. Because while everyone is marveling at what the hell just happened, we know exactly what he did and can communicate it. And better yet, we can learn it and teach it to others. Now, knowing what's going on does not belittle how impressive and amazing this was by any means. This was and still is a crazy impressive sequence in a massive moment that very, very few people in the world can do. But by learning these mechanics, we can add them to our game and maybe do something special like this at our level. That's going to conclude this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.